Can we make a homemade Big Mac better than McDonald's? We'll follow Joshua Weissman's recipe and find out.
This Hokkaido-style burger bun. The most important thing is a tangzhong.
What the hell is a tangzhong?
It's basically a thick roux that helps bring a little more spring and fluff to your bread.
Oh, okay.
It's very easy. In a small saucepan, add 2 tablespoons or 18 grams of all-purpose flour.
Beautiful all-purpose flour.
Whisk in a 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of whole milk.
1% milk, freshly out of the fridge.
And 2 tablespoons or 30 milliliters of water.
2 tablespoons of the freshest tap water.
Put that on the stove over medium heat and let that cook while stirring occasionally until it thickens.
Put on the stove over perfect medium heat. Keep mixing until the mixture becomes a thicky.
Then just scoop your goop and place it to the side.
Scoop the goop sideways.
Next, in a container, add 1/2 cup or 120 milliliters of whole milk.
Add the rest of the refrigerated milk.
And 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons or 150 milliliters of water.
Remember to only add the freshest tap water.
Heat that so it's about 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
To 96 degrees.
Then mix in 1.5 tablespoons or 21 grams of granulated sugar. Then whisk in 2.5 teaspoons or 8 grams of instant yeast.
Add a cannonball of brown sugar. Add 2 teaspoons of lively yeast. Whisk like a torpedo.
And let that sit until it gets nice and frothy.
Let that sit until the yeast has farted.
Snag a stand mixer, and in the bowl, add 3.5 cups or 525 grams of bread flour and 2 teaspoons or 7 grams of fine sea salt.
Add all-purpose flour and sea salt and give it a little mix.
Add all of your yeasty milky froth, your tangzhong, which now looks like a weird gelatinous hockey puck, 1 whole egg, and 1 egg yolk. Let that mix for about 2 to 3 minutes or until it begins to form a smooth dough.
Prime your stand mixer by lowering it down. Turn it to low speed. Add the Milky Mixture. Add the tangzhong, or as it's called in English, the water roux. Add 1 egg and egg yolk.
Mix for about 2 to 3 minutes or until it begins to form a smooth dough. Then add 3 tablespoons or 42 grams of softened unsalted butter.
Let the dough mix until smooth. Then add half melted butter. My dough turned out super sticky, maybe because I used all-purpose flour instead of bread flour.
If it's hard, it won't incorporate into the dough. And Papa have a really big sad.
Oh, I thought Papa liked hard stuff.
That mix until the dough is a smooth boy. Plop that dough out of the stand mixer, roll it into a light ball, and place it in a greased bowl.
Do your best to take out all the dough in one piece. Grease the same bowl and put it in to do less dishes.
Cover with plastic wrap. Be sure to give him a soul and a name that truly exudes respect and regality. And let it rise at room temp for 1 hour or until
Cover with saran wrap and place somewhere warm. While that is rising, it's time for
Big Mac sauce.
Before we can get started on the Big Mac sauce, we gotta chop a little bit of onion and pickle. Some of it will be used for the sauce, some of it will be used for the topping.
Or 120 grams of mayonnaise, 3 tablespoons or 42 grams of ketchup, 3 tablespoons or 42 grams of yellow mustard,
Mayonnaise and a squirt of ketchup and mustard. Ooh, the mustard is farty today.
1 finely diced bread and butter pickle, 1/8 of a teaspoon of onion powder, 3 tablespoons of roux noir, which is just an ultra fine dice of sweet onion, 1 clove of grated garlic, season that bad boy to taste with salt and pepper, give it some whiskey business until thoroughly combined, and that's it.
We're gonna add the finely chopped pickle and onion, 2 cloves of garlic, because I like garlic. A splash of hot sauce to give it that extra kick. A little bit of onion powder, give it a mix and mix, some salt, freshly cracked black pepper, and look at that.
I'd like to jump off and take a little bath in this.
Okay. Let's just get back to the dough.
Now, love your little dough man, respect him, and then release him from this world from whence he came.
Jesus, Josh.
And place your dough onto an unfloured counter, divided into 8 to 9 equal pieces.
Place the dough onto a floured surface. Because my dough turned extra wet, I have to use flour. It is not going to matter because we're going to roll the dough over itself, so the flour is not going to show. Cut into 8 exact pieces.
Roll each piece of dough into a nice doit ball and place those all evenly spaced apart on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper.
Here I'm rolling the dough over itself. This is used a lot in pizza making, but can be used to make buns as well. I like that technique better than rolling the ball, but either one works. Keep shaping the rest of the balls until you have 8 beautiful balls. Place the dough on a baking sheet with a parchment paper. Make sure there is enough space between them because we're going to let them rise for 30 more minutes.
Then just brush each of your buns with egg wash.
To make egg wash, just take a chicken egg and mix it with water. Brush all the buns nicely with the egg mixture. Make sure they're fully brushed because it will give them a beautiful golden brown color.
Then just give all of those a beautiful
Skip.
Make those at 375 Fahrenheit, pull those puppies out, and immediately brush them with melted butter.
Oh my goodness. Look at those. These are some of the best puppies I've seen in a while.
Some iceberg lettuce, shave that nice and thin so you get little iceberg ribbons, small handful of fresh Italian parsley, and the zest from 1 lemon.
My store didn't have iceberg lettuce, so we're using grocery store lettuce. Chop up a little bit of parsley to put in, and a little bit of lemon zest. Through a little taste, I can confirm the parsley and lemon zest add a lot of freshness.
For the burger patty, I'd recommend fattier ground beef. Grinding your own is always going to win. It's not just about flexing. Get a pan that's been lightly greased with oil, get it screaming hot over medium-high heat, and press it down using the back of the spoon so it's nice and flat, a little over 1/4 inch thick, and slightly wider than your buns.
Get the pan screaming hot, like Josh said. Place the patty in the middle and crush it a little. Add salt and pepper. Realize the pan is too hot and take it off the heat.
Now season that generously with salt and pepper and let that sear for 1 to 2 minutes or until a rich, crisp brown. Flip and oh my lord. Anyway, season the other side generously with salt and pepper and let that sear for 1 more minute. Place to the side.
Give that a little flip and look at that crust. I added the cheese here because I like my cheese melty. Take it off the heat when the cheese is almost melted. It will continue melting once you take it off.
Okay, it's assembly time. First thing, get 2 buns. Of those, you're gonna cut one of them in half, and then the other, you're going to cut just a round slice that's the same thickness as one of your bun halves.
I cut the buns and tried to toast them in the same pan as the meat. That didn't go so well.
You know the procedure. Toast your buns in butter in a pan, kind of like your grilled cheese, until roasty toasty and lovely on all cut sides.
Once I added some butter to the pan, they toasted much better. I mean, look at those. Tell me you don't want to take a bite.
Add a cheese slice of your choice to both the bottom bun and the middle bun. Add your lettuce, followed by your sweet onion, a generous dollop or 2 of your sauce, your crisp
fatty patty.
Then to the middle bun, again, add your lettuce, your paper-thin crisp sweet onion, add more sauce, then your other burger patty. Add more sauce to the top of the patty. Yes, I want this big.
Sauced up.
Then grab the top bun, and you know what needs to be done. Crown your king.
My order is a little bit different. Start with the bottom bun, lettuce, onion, then the burger patty, lots of sauce. Then the middle bun, more lettuce, onion, top bun, and again, lots of sauce. I would even put more sauce than I actually put. I added more later. And crown the burger.
Now look at this drippy, absolute gentleman of a burger.
Or gentlewoman, nowadays you never know. Finally, the moment we've been waiting for. How does it taste? It's bloody delicious. One of the best burgers I've had in a while, and definitely the best Big Mac. Sorry, McDonald.